Here's how Chinese cars look now, and this is how they were literally 10 years ago. How is this possible? Chinese corporations are luring the best global specialists or even buying entire factories. I'll tell you who has already switched, from Bentley developers to the entire Volvo brand, and in the end, I'll show you which American cars could be the next Chinese trophy. If I look out the window, every other car will either be made in China or linked to this country. And there's nothing terrible about it because now they're on the same level as the legendary German trio, and are even ready to compete with the best from Britain and the USA. This is not only due to a powerful financial investment in innovation and technology, but also the skill of star designers who used to shine in Europe and Japan, but are now contributing to China's automotive industry. But how did China manage to make such strides in such a short time? In fact, it all started quite a while ago. In September 1985, China made a decision that set a new direction for its automotive industry. The government imposed a 2-year ban on the import of foreign cars and offered Western automakers the opportunity to build factories on its territory. This was not just an invitation to cooperate, but also a clever move to accelerate the country's technological development. Western companies were required to establish joint ventures with Chinese firms where the controlling stake belonged to the state. This approach ensured the transfer of knowledge and technology as well as the training of Chinese engineers. At the same time, China began actively investing in scientific research and development. The government financed the purchase of equipment for research and design work, thereby laying the foundation for its own technological industry. As a result, by the early 2000s, China already had enough technological potential to produce its own cars, producing more than 2 million units per year. From 2002 to 2007, China's automotive market grew at a staggering rate of 21% per year. By 2014, China set a new record by producing 23.7 million cars, accounting for over 26% of global production. And by 2021, according to the China Association of Automotive Manufacturers, over 27 million cars were manufactured in China's factories. Madness, isn't it? But quantity is one thing and quality is another. And believe me, everything is fine here too because the Chinese simply lure the best. Let me start with the Briton, who caused a real sensation with his career move. Gales Taylor, a brilliant designer who previously contributed to the creation of legendary Jaguar models, then moved to Rolls-Royce. There, from 2011 to 2018, he gifted the world with masterpieces of automotive art. Phantoms and elegant coasts, that's his work. Taylor probably would have continued his career if it weren't for an unexpected offer that came to him straight from the heart of China, from the city of Changchun. This offer came from Fa, the oldest manufacturer of luxury cars mainly intended for the upper echelons of the Chinese Communist Party. It was the Hongqi brand, which for many years had been associated with the elite and power, that decided to change its image and appeal to a wide but very affluent audience. Taylor was offered not just a job but the opportunity to take on 2 important positions: Chief Creative Director and Global Vice President of Design. Moreover, he didn't have to move to China. He stayed in Europe and became the head of the Fa Advanced Design Center in Munich. Under today's leadership, this design center produced models that were radically different from Hongqi's previous creations while unmistakably reminiscent of Rolls-Royce. These were the HS7 and H9. These cars became a symbol of a new era for the brand. Furthermore, Taylor's team didn't stop there and embarked on the development of hypercars, bringing to life the S9 Carbon Coupe project with a power output of 1,400 horsepower from a hybrid engine. These innovations from Hongqi were a real revelation for the automotive world. You might say it's a Chinese knockoff, but even the most reliable and safe car now also belongs to the Middle Kingdom. What do I mean? The Swedish automotive industry, symbolized by Volvo, became part of the Chinese company Zhejiang Geely Holding in 2010. For many years, Volvo maintained its identity by developing and assembling cars in its homeland, Sweden. But Geely decided to move Volvo's production facilities to its own territory, adapting the brand to the needs of the Chinese market. Today, Volvo has 4 production sites in China: in Chengdu, Daicheng, Luqiao, and Zhangjiakou. where cars are produced exclusively for local fans of the brand. And although most cars for American roads still come from Sweden, some models occasionally make their way from China. The quality is identical, and I must mention Polestar, Volvo's subsidiary specializing in electric vehicles. This is already a purely Chinese development, but this year a factory is supposed to be established in America to compete with Tesla. Not bad, huh? But let's go further. The Chinese didn't just buy the brand, they actively poached leading employees first. Take Peter Horbury, for example. His journey with the company began in the 90s when Volvo was still associated with sturdy but reliable tank-like cars. However, Horbury managed to make changes by adding designer chic and sophistication to Swedish cars. The Volvo 480 with its wedge-shaped coupe and pop-up headlights still looks like something completely uncharacteristic for the brand today. And the conceptual sedan ECC from 1992, developed by Horbury's team, impressed not only with its innovative gas installation, but also with its unique design featuring a characteristic line along the entire body and the rear, which later became key elements of Volvo's style, embodied in models like the first generation XC90 and S60. Yes, these legendary cars are his work. After 7 years at Ford, in 2009, Horbury returned to Volvo, skipping work with Steve Madden and receiving a joking reprimand for the longest lunch break. His latest development for the Swedish automaker was the V40 hatchback in 2012. After that, Horbury moved to Geely, which was already on the path to innovation at an incredible speed. As chief designer at Geely, Horbury became the creator of elegant models that initially didn't look much like Volvo's, such as the M Grand, but over time, as 1,000 specialists came under his leadership, now at 71, Peter Horbury still holds the position of Senior Vice President of Design at Geely Holding, continuing to contribute to the global automotive industry. And you know what else the Chinese bought? Lotus in the world of automobiles is like Patek Philippe among watches, exclusivity and handcrafted assembly. In 2017, Geely took Lotus under its wing, beginning the transformation of the British icon to suit the needs of the Chinese market. A manifestation of this was the launch of the first electric sports car, the Lotus Evija, at the Guangzhou Auto Show in 2019. Next, in 2020, the world saw the Lotus Eletre, not just the first SUV from Lotus, but also the first model to roll off the assembly line at a modern factory in Wuhan, China. Transferring production capabilities to China seems like a logical step, considering that the new plant in Wuhan is equipped with the latest technology, while the 60-year-old British Lotus plant still assembles cars by hand. This means that future Lotus models are likely to be born right here on Chinese soil, opening a new chapter in the history of the famous brand. Is this good or bad? Let's see. Kevin Rice is that automotive design maestro whose name might not be too well known, but whose work speaks for itself. Behind this 58-year-old Brighton lies the creation of such iconic models as the sports coupes MX-5 and RX-8, which still evoke admiration for their design and performance, and yes, he got poached too! Rice spent a significant part of his career at Mazda, first from 1995 to 2000, and then from 2013 to 2018. During this time, he brought to the world not only production models like the stylish crossover CX-3, but also unique concepts like Neospace, Koru, and the RX Vision. An interesting fact about Rice is his 13-year break from Mazda, during which he worked at BMW. There, he left his mark on the development of the 1 Series, the 3 Series, and the F30 body, and the 4th Series coupe, proving his versatility and ability to create unique and memorable designs. In addition to working in Germany and Japan, Rice also worked with other major players in the automotive industry, the Italian studio Italdesign, American Ford, and Swedish Saab. Since 2018, Kevin Rice has been contributing to the development of the Chinese automotive industry, working at Chery and its premium division, Exceed, the brand that is now simply tearing up the global automotive market. In the world of cars and speed, the name Pirelli has been long synonymous with quality and innovation. This Italian giant not only ranks among the largest tire manufacturers on the planet, but is also an indispensable participant in Formula One races, providing teams with reliable and high-tech tires. In 2015, a significant event occurred in the company's history. China National Chemical Corp Limited, widely known as ChemChina, took control of a large portion of Pirelli's shares. Surprising, isn't it? Now the world's best tires are Chinese. Do you know who else was lured to China? Hakim Sarıkoglu is a true genius of the automotive world. Just take a few of his legendary projects: the sports two-seater Boxster, the second-generation Cayman Coupe, and the Porsche 918 Spyder hypercar. As part of Porsche's design team, Sarıkoglu contributed to the creation of the exterior of these legendary models, previously making his mark in Ford's Cologne office, where his talent shone in the development of the Mondeo sedan, the Puma Compact, and the second-generation Focus hatchback. Not only Porsches, but also legendary cars. His career path took a significant turn in early 2013 when Sarıkoglu was invited to Shanghai to transform the image of the Chery brand. Sarıkoglu became a key figure in changing perceptions of the brand, which had previously been mainly associated with inexpensive models like the QQ. His mission was to break stereotypes, and apparently, he succeeded brilliantly. Not content to rest on his laurels, Hakim made the decision to leave his established career for a new challenge. He became vice president at the electric startup Enovate. This transition opened up new horizons for Sarıkoglu's creativity and innovation in the field of electric vehicles. Recently, Enovate unveiled its latest model, the battery-powered crossover ME5, designed by Sarıkoglu. The car features traits reminiscent of the Porsche Cayenne, highlighting Hakim's unique style and his ability to create cars that capture attention and admiration. Have you noticed that other Chinese cars often resemble European brands? For example, the S7 crossover from Jack and Hefe might remind some of the Levante from Maserati or the Stelvio from Alfa Romeo. And this is not a coincidence, as the former designer of these prestigious Italian brands, Daniel Galloni, stands behind its appearance. Now, this talented Italian heads the design center in Turin and works on projects for Jack in collaboration with Giancarlo Consiglio, known for his contribution to the interior design of the Maserati Quattroporte. And if we recall past achievements, we shouldn't forget about the stunning Alfa Romeo 8C Coupe, one of the designer's stellar works, although the liftback ACJ7, jokingly dubbed the Octavia Killer, also deserves attention. Jokes aside, the cross-cultural influence in the automotive world sometimes leads to the emergence of truly unique models. Another defector, Wayne Burgess, who left an indelible mark on the design of icons like the F-Type Coupe, XE Sedan, and F-Pace crossover, decided to take a new course. The move for him wasn't a necessity. The new position found him literally around the corner, at Geely Design UK in Coventry. The center is engaged in exterior design for the company's sub-brands such as Lynk & Co. and LEVC, known for producing the legendary London taxis. In his new role, Burgess hasn't completed yet any projects. They're still all in development. However, considering his previous achievements and talent, it can be confidently assumed that the world will soon see new automotive masterpieces, this time under the auspices of Geely. And as promised, the brand in the spotlight. Although information about the sale of the Hummer brand to a Chinese corporation in 2010 for somewhat $150 million is not actually accurate. The deal to sell Hummer to a Chinese company did not go through. General Motors did indeed plan to sell Hummer, but due to various circumstances, including regulatory and economic obstacles, the deal did not happen. And so as a result, General Motors announced the cessation of Hummer vehicle production in 2010, although they've since released a new electric series, originally planned by Chinese partners. Rumor has it that several corporations from the Middle Kingdom are currently in talks with General Motors to finally acquire the legendary American brand. As you can understand, China is developing the automotive industry by making the most important investments in people and already refined technologies. So in the coming years, the quality will only get better and better. And if you want to develop, possess skills in editing, script writing, or just want to try yourself in voice acting, then write to the Telegram bot via the link in the description, and thanks for watching.